Okay guys, so let's start with the CRUD operation in MongoDB in this video. So we will start from there where we left off in the last video. So as you can see here, so these are some of the commands which you need to remember. First one is show DBs. So this command will show you the DBs which is saved right now. There is two sample DB which is admin and local. This is by default. So we can create another DB. We just need to write use. For example, I am taking DB name as players DB. So once we do this, we already shifted to this new DB which is players-DB. Now we can simply show collections and it will show you. So right now our database is empty and there is no collection. So what is the way to create collections? DB dot, for example, players dot insert one, and we need to provide a JSON structure. I hope you remember from the last video that MongoDB is stored data as a JSON format, so we will insert it like a JSON object. So for example, we can give it. So as you can see, we have inserted one data which is this one. So how can you do that? You need to write db dot your collection name dot insert one. So right now we are inserting only one item or one data or one document, whatever you can say. So because of that we used insert one. There are another one function which is insert many, which usually take one array of objects. I will show you that in a while. So for here in insert one, you need to pass one object and it will create one document for this collection. So if we want to see this, we need to do show collections. As you can see, our collection is there which is players. So if we want to see data inside this collection, we need to write db dot players dot find dot pretty. So if you want to pretty print it, try to write this dot pretty. It will show you in a formatted way right now. So it is a good way to visualize your data. So as you can see, by running this command, we can see the list of data which is present inside this collection which is players. So right now we want to see how can we insert multiple documents at one time. Insert many. We can put an array, multiple objects. First one, let's say msd, type wicket keeper, and second one is, for example, let's take Chahal and let's take type bowler and we can simply run it. Now you can see once we run this command which is insert many and we have passed one array which is array of object. So these two data is getting created here. So as you can see, acknowledge is true and inserted IDs is these two things. So for each document, MongoDB usually create one object ID for each document which must be unique. So you don't need to worry about whether this ID will be duplicated. It is no chance. So all the ID will be unique. So if we want to try to see what are the data right now, we can see these are the three data right now we have in our collection. So this is the two command which is insert one, insert many to insert our data or create our data. Right now we will see how can we update our data. For example, I want to update this second data from type wicketkeeper to wicketkeeper and batsman. So how can you do that? It's pretty simple. You need to write db dot players dot update one and here you need to pass 3 parameter. Here I will explain you what are these. In first object you need to pass the field by which you can filter out your document. For example, there is 3 document, you need to update this second one. So how do you filter that you will get this one? You can easily do it by underscore id. As I already said that underscore id will be unique. So if you have id with you, if you have the underscore id, you can use that. Otherwise you can use name, or if there is any other field you can also use that. But here we will use underscore id. Let's just copy it, and here underscore id, object id, and we can just paste here. Once we paste it, then in the second parameter we need to give the thing we want to update. For example, there is a operator which is $set. $set means you want to update a particular field. For example, here $set I want to do type equal to, or type colon wicket keeper and batsman, and here if I run this, okay, so once you run this command, which is db.player.update1 underscore id object id and this object id, and in the second parameter you need to pass this object which having $set. So $set will first check if this value is present or not. So type field is present or not. If type field is present, then it will update it with the given updated value. If $set not find this type value, then it will add it. I will show you just in a while. And then in the last parameter you need to pass this new true. This is optional, you can pass it or you don't need to pass it, but I generally prefer to pass it. So now let me try to add something which is not there. For example, let's try to give it a profession. Let's try to give it cricketer. Let's try to update this. Okay, now it's showing acknowledge true. Let me see if the update is done or not. How can you check that? With find query. As you can see in the second data, we have underscore id, we have name, but here right now as you can see the type is updated, which we have done using this command, and here the new field is there. But as you can see, why this MongoDB is flexible, because for the other two data this profession field is not there, but for this one only the profession field is there. So this is very much flexible. Right now, as we have seen the create and update operation, right, and now we will see now I will show you how can you filter out your find. So right now when we trying to run any find command, it is giving us all the result, but how can we filtering out our result? It is very simple. Let's start. So in find there is two command, one is find one or find. So if we try to do with like find one, and if we give any filter condition here, this is an object. So for example, name is, yeah, right now start with the simple. If we do that, we can see in find one we will get the single item, because find one will give you guaranteed one document if it is present. It is giving me null because it is not present. And always remember, find one will give you one single document. For example, if we want to add condition in find, we can also do that. Find, here you can see we need to do $or, and then we need to put an array, and inside array we need to put, let me just zoom it out. Then we can put object. So this object are nothing but the condition. For example, here we try to filter out by type, which is bats, for example batsman, and type is equal to, if we try to find, then you can see we got 2 result instead of 3, because we try to use $or operator. What that mean is, this is one condition, this is one condition. Here we are saying type can be wicketkeeper and batsman. Here we are saying type can be batsman, and or is saying either of this condition is true, give me the result. So for this one, the first condition is true, it is giving you result because it is or. For second one, the second condition is true and it is giving you result, but for the third one, no condition is satisfied, so you won't get the result for this third one. So you are only getting these two documents. So I hope it is clear to you now. You can play around with this. Now so we have talked about create, update, delete and read. So we have not talked about delete, but let's see that also. But delete is very much simple to do. For example, if we want to delete a particular document, for example, let's say this one, if we want to delete, name Virat Kohli, type this. So how can you do that? So we need to do db.players.delete. so there is delete one command and so delete one, you need to pass one condition by which it will filter out and delete. So delete one, we try to search for your data. First it will goes to here. Let me give the condition first. For example, type batsman. Okay, so I have given this condition, which is type equal to batsman. So first it will going to, for example, this one, and it will see, okay, type equal to batsman, it will directly delete. For example, if for the second data, if here also type equal to batsman was there, it will not go until here. Why? Because we have given delete one. So while searching for the filter condition, first data which it got match, it will delete only that for this delete one function. But if we want to delete multiple documents, let's try to do that, and you can see acknowledge true and delete count is 1. Let me try to show you if that is deleted or not using find query. As you can see, the document is deleted. Remove this and try to see it. As you can see, we have 3 data here, and we will delete all the batsmen. How can you do that? It's pretty simple. db dot, as you can see, all the document which having type equal to batsman is deleted because it's wicketkeeper and batsman, that's why it's not deleted. So there is one operator, which is, there is one function which is delete one and another is delete many. So if you want to delete your multiple documents, you can use delete many, and it will try to match your condition with all the documents inside this collection, and whenever it find any match, it will delete that. For this, delete many, but for delete one, it will try to match your condition with the documents one by one, and when it find its first match, it will delete that. So for the delete one, it will delete the single document. For delete many, it will delete the multiple documents according to the condition. So if you don't give any condition, what it will do, let's just see it. So when you try to delete all your data from the collection, you can simply use delete many with empty object, and it will delete all your document from that collection. So this is very useful when you try to delete all the documents using. So this command is very much useful. So in this video we have covered the CRUD operation for MongoDB, which is create, read, delete and update. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below this video. If you have any query, ask in the comment section, and please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching this video.